We love hearing the conversations in the room, and we hope you are making connections. But I want to welcome you. Gerald's telling me, scoot over. I want to welcome you to Fresh Start Morning. I'm Lee Smith with the Cherokee Office of Economic Development. You are probably used to seeing Amanda Sutter stand up here, and she decided to take a different path, and so I have filled her position. I'm 8 days in, so be kind to the new kid on the block. So let's kick off Fresh Start Mornings. Tell you a little bit about Cherokee Office of Economic Development. We are here to support startups and small businesses through educational programs like Fresh Starts and through businesses that we bring together to network and bring you information. We want to create a culture and community of entrepreneurship, and we do that through our offerings at the co-ed office through Fresh Start Mornings that you're here this morning, the circuit that's at the office at Chat Tech in Woodstock, downtown Woodstock, and then our NAV program for those that are a little bit more elevated, have been in their businesses a little bit longer, and want to partner with a mentor to really scale up their business. And then lastly, before I turn it over to our MC, Justin, our community partners who, as y'all well know, we can't do this by ourselves. The co-ed office can't do it alone. So, of course, our city and our county. But folks that are here today, we're in the Reformation Brewery space. So they lend the space to us as well as that coffee that gets us going this morning. Photos are from Bronson Kurtz, who is with Polar Night IT Services. Corridor Publishing, Gerald Griffith, the one telling me to scoot over because he's trying to do the video in the back. And Justin Luis with Guardian Insurance Services is going to be our MC and help facilitate our meeting this morning. So, welcome again, and I'll turn it over to Justin.
Good morning. How you guys doing? Hey, give it up for Lee. 8 days in her new role. That's phenomenal. Hey, we're excited you guys are here to support some local entrepreneurs. We look forward to hearing you guys in your story. Hey, we're here. Some of you guys are business owners, business leaders. Some of you guys are here just to support. And so maybe you want to present your business at some point. Let us know. Connect with Lee. She will get you connected and set up. We do this on the first and third Wednesdays of the month. Sometimes we'll have a panel. A lot of times we'll have business presenters. This was just so well written by Lee. I'm actually just going to read it to you guys to introduce our presenters. So this is fun. These ladies had two different businesses and kind of brought them together. So after meeting in September 2022, Talia and Cheryl bonded instantly over profound love for their mamas, homemade sweet treats, an old-fashioned Southern fare. As kindred spirits, Talia and Cheryl saw an opportunity to unite and bring more joy to more people by becoming Sweety's Cafe and Ice Cream Bar in December 2022. So they had two separate businesses brought them together. So they're located at the Mill here in Etowah, Sweety's Cafe, Ice Cream and Bar. So guys, please welcome Talia and Cheryl.
Something myself where
I coded, I died, came back, and then you just learn that life is short, and you want to keep it sweet. My mom's name was Joy, and I feel like she always brought joy into the world. And just from a very young age, I can remember she would do things like toiletries and gift boxes monthly, because she said she didn't like that everyone wanted to do it during Thanksgiving and Christmas, like people were only hungry during Thanksgiving and Christmas. So monthly, we would go out into the community and give out these toiletry and gift boxes to homeless people. And I was like, okay, I'm here for it because she told me to be. But it really helped me understand who she was as a human being. And some kind of way I knew I wanted to be a part of my community, wherever that may be. So I decided to start a small business. And out of everything, it led to Sweet Joy Ice Cream Bar. And we specialize in making boozy ice cream and boozy treats. So that was the fun part. But it was also kind of complicated because of incorporating the boozy part and all of that good stuff. So a lot of struggles and ups and downs there, and things that just made it a little discouraging. But fast forward, I knew I wanted something more too, especially something to sustain through the winter months. And my original plan that I actually had for Sweet Joy was a menu with food. I had sandwiches and I had burgers. I had 5 specialty burgers. But at the time, I could not afford the build out because I was going into a raw space. So I just cut back to the sweets. And then we leave from all of this fun stuff, and I traveled over to Canton. Opened up the same, what I kind of knew within that year of operating, 2 years of operating in Lawrenceville. Brought the sweets only. I wasn't prepared to invest the additional funds to do a large kitchen, but I ran into my lovely friend here who was operating her business, and she specialized in the area that I didn't specialize in, but I knew that I always wanted to incorporate. So once we bonded and we understood our passion, the love, the way we grew up and having the same morals, we knew immediately that we wanted to collab and bring it to Canton. So, Cheryl.
Yes. So meanwhile, while she was doing her thing in March, it's not on. There we go. Now it's on. Okay. So meanwhile, while she was doing her thing in Lawrenceville, and we did not know each other at all, had no clue that this was going to be my goal or dream or whatever in life, I just started thinking that Canton needed a brunch, lunch place, and told all my friends on my birthday a couple years ago that I was going to open a cafe. And I was going to name it Sweety's after my mother-in-law because she was my inspiration, because she taught me over the last 30 years, being her daughter-in-law, how to love people through food, how to serve people and to bring them warmth and to touch their heart just through giving them a meal and giving them a little extra special love and attention. So I wanted to honor her and her legacy, just as Talia did with her mother and grandmother, my mother-in-law, Sweety. And so I opened Sweety's Cafe at the Canton Farmers Market in 2022. And I would bring my big little pink tent and my family, that's my husband and my 2 kids and the little ones, and we brought our chicken salad, and we would serve our chicken salad and all of our little scoops and desserts and breakfast sliders, and I would sell out almost every Saturday. And I started getting a nice following, and I really wanted to do this as a brick and mortar. It was my ultimate dream. And but it kind of morphed. I thought about, well, maybe I'll just do a food truck, and then I was like, no, you can't do chicken salad in a food truck. And I talked to several other business owners. I think over at Bananas and Beehives, Laurie, she and I sat down for hours just mentoring and just encouraging me through all of my plans and struggles. And then I got connected with Sherry Spigard from Bean and Biscuit up in Waleska, and she really mentored me over the summer from the time that the market was going strong through till we basically opened. She really became a very good mentor. I worked with her opening Bean and Biscuit, learned how to run a restaurant and the business side of that, and so connections and just really building those relationships within the business really did help me to learn what I was doing. I had no clue how to run a business. I was a stay-at-home mom for 24 years. I raised 5 kids. I mean, I still am raising 2 of them. Well, yeah, I just never got paid. But I just, so I just, it's my passion. It's my dream. I love to cook. I love to be there with people. I love to make people happy and smile. And so when Talia and I met, how do? Sweety always says how do when she greets you. So that's what we try to say too when we come into Sweety's. We always try to greet you with a how do and a smile. So we met in September, and it was me going out on a limb. It was after a day of market, and I'm like, I'm going to go ask her how much the rent is, just to see what the rent is over here at the mill. And then, lo and behold, we just started talking, and we just hit it off. And the more we talked, and the longer we talked, over the next couple of weeks, we realized this could be a really huge partnership and a huge just jump for both of us. So in December of 2022, we merged our companies together into one, and we became Sweety's Cafe and Ice Cream Bar, where you get a little joy in every scoop. So we brought both of our parents, our moms, and our Joy is her mom, Sweety is my mom, and so now we are open over at the mill, and we serve lots of yummy food. We love to serve children. We love to interact with families. We do pup cups too. Bring your pup. We'll serve your pup cup. But scoop salads. We've created some sandwiches. A lot of the recipes were my mother-in-law's, especially for the desserts. You will want to try our bourbon brownies. The rum cake is Sweety's recipe as well. We've got some other recipes, but the chicken salad and pimento cheese and all the different sandwiches I've just created over the course of time. And we do a Sweety's lunchbox so that you can grab and go and you can take it with you. We also are able to provide lunches for businesses and schools. So I had started that before we even met, delivering to the schools, to teachers, because they don't get good lunches sometimes. They don't get to go out to lunch like we all do. So I would create this, I would deliver them chicken salad sandwiches or salads or whatnot, and they get it in a lunchbox and they get it delivered in time for their lunch. So we do that for offices as well, businesses. So I guess you could kind of say it's like a little catering thing on the side. And we also do catering as well for events and so forth. So it's kind of, I guess that's kind of where we are. We have an amazing staff. We have fun. We enjoy working together. I think that's one of the blessings of just this partnership is Talia and I get along really, really well. I don't think it would have worked this well if we didn't have the same background and the same values and the same morals. I think that has really helped us in business and going forward, that we can really focus on what's important and you're not arguing over the little things. And so that's been good. And our husbands get along too, which is really good. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is very important.
So, don't you guys love their story? That is beautiful. Are you guys open after this?
Yeah, we have our ribbon cutting right after this.
Okay, yeah. So we're actually going to end about 10 minutes early. It's 9:30. What we'll do is maybe 15 minutes worth of Q&A. I'll turn it back over to Lee for some closing remarks, and then we'll take off. But okay, so we kind of got the what. We know what you guys are. I love the why. You know, your family are both involved. So every time you look at your logo or the name, I mean, family is right there. So you guys have a beautiful story. So when we come to business, we think about Fresh Start Mornings. How, you know, the nuts and bolts behind what you do. You know, you talked about being a mom for 24 years, which is an entrepreneur. You just didn't get a check. So now you do get a check. So more like the how. We want to figure out here how we can elevate you guys, how we can maybe ask some tough questions. What I'll do is I'll start off asking a few nuts and bolts. You guys think of questions you may have. If we have time, we'll kind of open it up to the audience. So, you know, a lot of struggles, we can just refer to the screen, a lot of entrepreneurs go through. So social media, content, cost, time, licensing, permits, right? I'm sure, you know, is it the agriculture, like part of the state that you had? I know Bonanza Beehives, I heard her presentation when she went through a lot of that long-term employees. Let's start with one of these. As far as like licensing, getting permitted, what did you guys learn through that process to even have a store and to get connected there?
Well, Talia was great because she had already done it in Lawrenceville. I knew nothing. So she kind of helped me move along and bring me through it and tell me, hey, we need this, and this. And we just kind of researched and asked and worked together and made sure we did our due diligence and, you know, asked a lot of questions. And the one thing I think we're struggling with the most right now is, do we bring the boozy ice cream back? That is something that was there. We're shaking our head yes. However, it's hard for us to bring that boozy ice cream back because the city of Canton and the laws that they have here in Georgia are very strict for alcohol consumption and sales. And so it's hard for us to be able to meet all of those requirements being a small business that we are. So we have been working and talking with the people in the city, and they've been great, giving us questions, answering our questions, and helping us get to the bottom line is, can we physically afford it? Are we going to make enough money to counteract the cost of the licensing, you know, just to be able to sustain it? So I think that's kind of where we are at the moment with that struggle. Is it going to be a big enough profit, I guess, in our business, or are we going to lose a lot of money? And we don't want to lose a lot of money.
No. And just to go back to the start of the question, dealing with the city of Canton was fairly easy in the sense of they were there for us. Like, I remember walking in and literally making connections instantly. I went in there like I probably went in there like I knew them because I'm weird like that. But I instantly was able to ask, what is it that you need to see from me? What is it that we need to provide? Oh, well, I don't know how to obtain that. Where can I go? And there was always someone there eager to sit down and guide me in that process. So that was very resourceful for me. And again, that goes back to what Cheryl said, just community and making those connections. And for me in Canton, it actually started at City Hall. I met some of my first peeps when I moved to Canton. I was just working at home. I was home by myself with my dog. Like, I didn't have any friends here. And City Hall members were eager to assist me. They were eager to get me started and put me wherever I wanted to be and where I felt I belonged. So I would definitely say, if you have questions, just ask the questions. None of them they probably were dumb and they didn't want to tell me, but I didn't. But I was able to have all of my questions answered, and I was guided along the way. So any city peeps in here, thanks.
That's good, man. Big shout out to Cherokee County. Shout out to you guys. I was expecting some more drama and all this harsh. And it's cool that was, the city partnered with you guys to really make it an easy transition to get into that. Good deal. What about, there's social media, there's content, there's cost, there's time. What do you guys, I'm sure Canton, Cherokee County is such a great city, such a great county. I'm sure you're getting a lot of word of mouth. How do you guys get the name out there for people to know about you guys? What are some successes? What are some struggles? Have you had any videos go viral, or how are you getting out there as far as like that marketing piece?
So that's the struggle. That's the real struggle. Being a small business, trying to afford hiring a social media person, we just can't do it. I mean, it's really hard to even pay our staff sometimes. So, startups, it's important to have that social media aspect, but then to hire someone, if you're not able to do it yourself, you just can't. So I don't know. We've never had a viral video go. We don't know if we have a video. I think the reels are great. I don't know this stuff. I'm like from the old school. You remember I was a stay-at-home mom for 24 years? I don't know social media. You talk about it, and all the algorithms, they just go one way and not the other. It's just like chicken scratch in my head. So I'm learning a lot, but I don't like it. So what can we do?
Absolutely. Okay, I'll grab this. I'll bring them up too. So you may have shared this, but I'll ask. In the food business, and I came in class Friday with a buddy of mine. Awesome. Tried the Nutter Butter. Love it. And he got one of the shakes. It was amazing. But repeat business. What are you doing today to create repeat business? If you've already done it, love to hear that. If you aren't, I'll be the first person to say, I'm coming back. And I'm bringing my family. I took a picture of one of the slides because I'm like, this is what my wife's been looking for forever because we used to live in Lawrenceville. And so we didn't get to go to Sweet Joy because she opened after we moved to here. But, the story, because I want to stay on that, is where can we support you in building that repeat business for you? So I'm bringing my family of 6 to you, but how can we help you that way?
And so one of the things that we try to create when we walk in is that everyone walks in and feel at home. So that's really important to us because that's Cheryl and I, right? We're sweeties. So we want to be sweet to you, right? We want to bring that joy to you. So when you come in, actually, I used to have on the floor, and no one saw it, but I used to have I love you painted on the floor. And I might put it back down there, maybe people will pay attention. Because that's what I want you to feel, like you're loved. In today's world, it's missing, that kindness. And we want you to come back just to feel that love, just to feel that joy. Bring some of that sweetness back into us as well, So that's number one. And 2 is quality, just great food. Cheryl and I make everything. We make the ice cream is homemade. It's good home cooking. So we want to make sure that that is appreciated as well, and so that will bring the customers back. So that's what we're shooting for, and we're struggling in the social media world, but we finally have pushed forward to engage and help, and we just hired someone, and we were just kind of struggling there because we did invest so much to get going, and we felt like, well, we can't afford to spend any more money, and we weren't looking at it as if we spend this money, it's going to come back, and it'll come back tenfold. So someone just actually started this week. So yeah, we'll see. So if y'all have suggestions, if there's anything we should ask her or tell her to lean towards or focus more on, or one of the things I feel like is how do we push who we are out? Like, how do we tell the world we love you, if that makes sense?
Stay transparent, you guys. Just what you just shared there, Talia. Stay transparent with that. Do the little clips that you can do. That's what people want. They want authenticity. They don't want somebody that you've got to pay money for that doesn't know you in the story. They're not in the story. You're the story. Stay in the story. And Lori will tell you, that's what Bananas and Beehives is all about. It's the story
And that's what people want. Bronson Affiliate, same thing. That's what City of Canton wants to see, is you guys just repeat that story every day in some new way.
Thank you.
I agree with Paul. Absolutely 100% stay transparent. Let people know your story and keep it out there. As far as what we can do, social media is it. Networking is it. That's the key. Have people take pictures. Maybe put a little sign out. Have people take pictures, post it on Cherokee Connect, post it anywhere you can to get your name out there. Show up to the events. Taste the Canton. I don't know if you guys are doing that. Just any little thing like that. But to answer Paul's question, I would say that just have people take pictures of your yummy ice cream and yummy chicken salad and post it and just get it up there.
Good deal. Let me, I think your hand was up first. I want to make one comment, ask this question, then if we have time, I'd love to get to yours as well. I love what you said. Hearing the story, I think you could even get a video that has a blurred out background on an iPhone, a newer iPhone, and just say, we just want to let you know we love you, and then have like a slow picture of your products. Because your story is flipping phenomenal, right? Like your why is everything, and then your products flip. I haven't tasted it yet. We'll be soon. But that's it. I mean, to Lori's point, to your point as well. So don't overthink it. Keep it simple, because I haven't met you guys. This is the first time I met you guys, and I'm a big fan already. So I don't think it's going to take too much. And I think there is a balance with that. Hiring a social media, maybe they can do some things, but make sure it doesn't become too sterile. Make sure it's more natural and you and organic as well.
Good to see you. I'm so excited to see what you're doing now. I just wanted to encourage you because one of the restaurants that I like to go to, one of the things, and she's just a small thing, but she does something that's so significant. And what she's doing is when somebody comes in, she's got a sign up. It's kind of like just a chalkboard thing. It says, for $1 off, take a picture and post it on your Facebook page or post it on your social media. And so you can do something as simple as want a free chocolate chip cookie, post us, and just say, we love Sweeties, or Sweeties loves you, and the chocolate chip cookie, or something like that. Maybe different kinds of food or whatever special, whatever thing you can do to get them to post on their Facebook page, because that's, say, eat at Sweeties today, anything like that. And just them posting it on your Facebook page and then tagging you in it, and then you can reward them in some small way, maybe for a comeback with a friend or something.
That's a really good idea. Really good. Yeah.
Lee, do we have time for one more, or do we need to go ahead and wrap? All right, let's do one more right here, and then obviously we have the ribbon cutting. But then I encourage you guys, if you weren't able to ask a question, hang out or now let me know where you are. Stop by and maybe share some advice.
So, Joy, I just wanted to give you a compliment. So, even before Sweeties came along, my kids and I went for ice cream, and we had left the ice cream shop, and we were like, that lady is so sweet and nice. Like, she's the most amazing person, Mom. We've got to come back. So, I just wanted to encourage you that what you're putting out there is being felt on the other end, and even younger, they're teenagers. But they noticed that, and so I needed to let you know that what you're doing is being felt on the other side.
I'm going to turn it over to Lee. Before I do, are you guys on Cherokee Connect? I'm sure you may be.
Oh yeah, we're on Cherokee Connect.
Do you pay $10 a month as a business?
Yeah,
You can do that and just post one or two things, but also, I think your story, if a few people have put a story on there, I gave somebody a shout out yesterday and they had 200 something likes just because I shouted them out. So I think somebody here may be shouting you guys out, and then us come along, liking it, commenting on it, because when people search ice cream, treats, kind of the brunch type, what you guys want to communicate, I think that's helpful too, because people are like, oh, I haven't heard of them, and now they have. So that's been huge for my business as well. But
announcement.
All right, so one announcement, and then we'll keep going.
That's how I got to do this. I have an announcement. Okay, so I remember the day that you walked into City Hall, and we met for the first time, and it was like you shared your story. I kind of started, we shared some of mine, and we both were in tears, hugging, and all this kind of stuff. I want to be here, I want to open a shop, and then here she is. Cheryl, she starts at the farmer's market under her cute little pink tent. She's trying to figure her way, and she figured it out. And this was always her dream. But one thing I want to share, piggybacking off of yours, last year for the Good Friday service that we had out here on the green, I had some friends from Opelika here to hear their son, Trace, perform. And they have a special needs child. And the meal had already closed, but he wanted ice cream. And we had gone up to the door, and it was locked. And it was a God wink because we turned around, and here you come. And I said, oh, he's wanting some ice cream. She goes, I got you. So she unlocks the door, and we go in there, and Kate gets his ice cream. And I just want to let you know what a huge impression that made, because they were like, man, this is just a cool place to be. And I said, this is like this everywhere, all over the whole community. And now their son has moved here. And so I just want to let you know the impact that you're making. One scoop and one chicken salad sandwich at a time. But keep doing what you're doing because we love you and you're doing a great job. So thank you.
All right, guys, let's give one more round of applause to Talia and Cheryl. You guys did a phenomenal job. Come down, go to
Thank you so much, Justin. Thanks again, Talia and Cheryl. It's not easy to stand in front of a group of people you don't know, especially when you're nervous to present and you knocked it out of the park. So thank you so much. And again, if you have a few minutes, step over to the ribbon cutting. I know they would love your support. So I'll just wrap us up with a couple of slides because we promised to be out of here at 9:50 and it's 9:48. So our next one is May 3rd. We're going to be at the circuit. That's the first Wednesday of May. And we're going to do an educational seminar that morning with LGE Credit Union on commercial lending with Lisa Lawrence. She's got an amazing presentation. She's an amazing lender, and she's going to really help our businesses. And then round 2 just came out on Monday, April 17th, through Cherokee Small Business Grant Round, 2 portals, which these ladies are in. And the portal will close April 30th, $500,000 in funding. So if you know someone that would benefit from this, you can scan the code there and they can learn more information. And then lastly, please stay connected with us. I know we're here in person. When everybody leaves, we kind of all scatter. We go about our days, we go about our lives. But Startup Cherokee, Fresh Start Cherokee on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Stay connected to our co-ed office. If you know of anyone that you think would love to present, if you have a small business that you're working with or you know about that would benefit from this service at Fresh Start Mornings, please remember us when you're out and about too, because we would love to take those referrals to kind of build our calendar out for the year. With that, any closing remarks, Hannah? Molly? Cheryl? Thank you all so much. And to Justin for emceeing us this morning. Have a great day.